let's talk about some big strategies that you can use, even though you may only have a small marketing budget. Now, back in the day, of course, marketing used to be a whole lot simpler. It was just a few different sources that you had. Maybe you had a local paper and the yellow pages, and that was pretty much about it. Maybe some business cards or a brochure. Then along comes the internet. Now, everything is changed. There is just a ton of stuff out there. Now, that's a good news and bad news scenario. Of course, we've already talked about how there's so much out there, and that can be good because you're, as a small business, you're actually put on the exact same footing as what a large business is. You both have access to the same stuff on the internet. You both can do Facebook advertising. You both can do blogging. You both can do the 10 different things that we're talking about here in this presentation. However, it's bad news because there's so many different options, right? So you have all of these different things to choose from, and it's tough sometimes to find the right one. It can be just a little bit overwhelming. So let's talk about how to answer this question, which is basically how can you go out there and tell people about your business without spending a fortune? Here's 10 strategies for you. The very first one is start. Now, really, it's start by making your presence felt online, but the most important part of this is start. Many just don't get around to getting anything done because they can't figure out the perfect step. And it's not about perfection. Just create a website. You can start something as simple as a blog, sign up for Facebook, maybe create a Facebook page. There's lots of different things you can do. Just start by at least having a presence online. Now, after that, once you've got that up and running, it's about introducing yourself. Let people know what your business is about, going through and building a list of blogs and other businesses that already have their presences online. Could be competition, or it could be businesses that are complementary to yourself, and then engage with those visitors. Now, it means answering comments if you have a blog or getting up on Facebook. And obviously, we talked about leaving comments, but make sure that they're insightful and detailed if you're leaving them on other people's blogs. Don't just try to do the spammy comment stuff, but actually leave some really insightful things that create discussion, because people will find you from that. One thing to take a look at is the power of online messaging boards. They're called forums, and you just don't underestimate the power of these. These were hugely used years and years ago, but they're still very, very strong source of potential traffic for you. In fact, if you have a second, go ahead and Google Timothy Sykes and check out his story. Pretty interesting guy. Made a bunch of money from taking his bar mitzvah money and turning it into millions during the stock booms, but then turned it into a business after that. So it wasn't just a one-hit wonder. Let's talk about local business. Now, this is, of course, if you have a business that's local, you want to make sure that you are targeting your site and you're manicuring your site in such a way that it really is focused on local traffic only. And you can use tools like Google Places, making sure that you've got the right contact information, maps, all that sort of fun stuff, even adding reviews to your site. Guest blogging is another great way to get some traffic. So that basically means just going out and finding other complementary blogs, could even be competition depending where they are, and going out and writing for them so that you're basically introducing yourself to their audience and to their visitors. And then, yes, you'll get a link back, but that's not the main reason you're doing it. You're doing it just to kind of get your name out there so that people understand who you are and that you are an authority on whatever topic that you're looking at. Now, we talked about reviews earlier. Don't be afraid of reviews. You should get reviews wherever you can. This could be something as simple as going to Facebook and saying, hey, users, just who's used my product or who's read my book or whatever it happens to be, and could you leave a quick review and let me know how it went? And get some discussion going on social networks. You could also, of course, if you have something that fits, like a restaurant, for example, go to Yelp and take a look and see what reviews are there, and making sure that when people are at your place of business that you're asking them to leave reviews. You can also leave reviews on things like Google reviews, because those will help you get ranked in search engines as well. Incentivizing's quite a bit of a fun thing to do. It does take sometimes just a little bit of work, but think about ways that you can kind of create mini promotions, maybe offering special sales or special offers for your VIP buyers. You could also interact with the different personalities that you have already on the site. And this could be, again, from anything from VIP buyers to maybe a different segment that happens to be new buyers, right? So you want to interact with them differently than you would what a VIP buyer would be. And then perks or discounts to drive traffic. Now, this is, again, something as simple as a coupon code that you can mail out to your list or advertise on Facebook or just put on your Facebook page. Number 8 is turning your attention to video. Now, if you're not using video, you want to be. Now, it doesn't have to be that you're on camera. You could just do a simple PowerPoint presentation like we're doing here, but it's a way to get your information out in front of your audience. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, and you can actually get better ranking in Google because of your videos. So make sure that you can do that, because videos actually show up in Google results now. It's pretty cool. Next, getting published on top blogs. Now, we talked about how you could go guest blog, and that's where your information is being put out there, but you could also have them write about you. Now, this doesn't apply for everybody, but if it does, if it applies for you, this is something to take a look at. And it's a way basically that you would send your product or service, or maybe a sample of what you've got, to some of the top blogs that are out there in your industry, or things that would help you out. And you don't necessarily want to ask them for a review outright. They understand that's what it's for, but it's just, hey, I thought this was interesting. Could you take a look? I'd love to know your thoughts, something like that. But you don't ask them to post a review. It could just be that they're emailing you back your thoughts. If they like it, they'll probably review it anyway. And even if they don't like it, technically they might review it. So you want to make sure you've got a really good product that you're sending them. But basically, it's, here's my sample, here's my, log into my latest software, whatever it happens to be, and here's the information that you can give them to actually help them build their own business. And if you're doing that, meaning you're giving them a good sample, they can provide some valuable content to their users, chances are you will end up getting some published articles on some top blogs out there. And of course, free information, kind of like what we're doing here. This helps get yourself recognized as an authority, provide good quality content. You want to segment your audience and make sure you're kind of speaking to them. So this particular presentation, if you're an advanced user, it's just obviously not for you. But if you're just starting out, hopefully some of these tips have been helpful. Of course, we have some other tips here, including crowdsourcing ideas from your audience, basically just going and asking them what they need some help with and just helping them out. That's all it really comes down to. Your Seriously Simple marketing hack is jumping on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and reviewing top hashtags of your brand or service. So just going on and seeing what people are hashtagging about. Twitter's probably one of the easiest things to do this. I know Instagram does it a lot, and Facebook is starting to get a lot more hashtags. You want to take a picture of something that's related to your business, like a new product or your feature, maybe a meme that's out there, and then you want to use those hashtags and with that picture and make a little brief little caption. That's all it is. Just something kind of short, fun, sweet, something simple, something that helps you engage your audience on social media. For more information, you can just click on the link here, seriouslysimplemarketing.com. Come visit us over there. We've got a great blog full of a bunch of other tips, including, of course, the original blog post for this, where there's a little bit more information for you as well. And, of course, if you have any questions at any time, all you need to do is just jump over to the blog post, leave us a comment, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks again for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.